Turning points is 98. Let's say. That means it's Oh, good. Oh, okay. Well, here we are live at Glue Wednesday. I forgot that the thing had started. But you're watching it on the video, so that's good. Hey, Lynette. Oh, man, they're going back. Long time, Lynette. Hey, Sharon. Oh, everybody's coming in. Dee Dee. Wait, Dee Dee, what's your Instagram name? I forgot it. But Dee Dee did. My first friend that I know that's selling seed. Do you call it selling or grooming CDP oil or whatever it's called? All right, yeah, come and rub me down and get me some a nice marijuana high. Okay, we got less than a minute to go, but welcome to Glue Wednesday. And for those of you, if this is your first time on the broadcast, you need to know that what I do is I say that a lot of people call Wednesday hump day, but I say that Wednesday is actually the middle of a traditional 7-day week because not everybody works Monday to Friday. So as Wednesday is the middle of a traditional 7-day week, it's the middle of the week. It's the day that holds the week beginning and the weekend together. And so that's why I call it the glue. And that's why I call it Glue Wednesday. And my glue is G-L-U-E. God's love undoes everything. No matter what you're going through, with through being a self-fulfilling prophecy as you think about it, because you say, I'm going through something, not that this is the end. So whatever you're going through, if you've got God's love in your life, you're going to be all right. In fact, look at your track record and see how many things you've been through. Stop and give yourself credit. But let me read something to open what I've got up here in the opening. It says, if I wake up today the exact same person I was yesterday, perhaps I never went to sleep. But just as I say TGIT, thank God is today, and then TGIT, thank God is tonight, I say that we can enjoy the close of each day for the excitement and joy it brought as we move into that next adventure called tomorrow. And first, we must do the bravest thing we do every day, and that is lay our heads down and go to sleep. Have you ever thought about that? That's why I'm calling this broadcast today the end. The E-N-D, the exciting new day. Now, when I posted the promo to say I was going to be talking about this topic today, I said I wanted anybody to put what they thought E-N-D stood for, because you knew I had it as an acronym. And so nobody did, so we'll just go right to no spoiler alert, but turtle enough, that's right. Okay, and then Dee Dee, you call it hemp day. Every day is hemp day when you sell it. What is it called? CDB oil or CBT oil? Whatever it is. Hey, this is great nieces here visiting me. You gotta get your face up there. Yeah, Damani is in the house. All right. And so even as I talk about an exciting new day, we're going to be talking about some things that bring excitement to your day. And here's my other great niece. This is Layla. So these are two parts of my exciting new day. What are you doing to make your day exciting? That's what we need to know. So let me see if I can get to my notes through these two young ladies. All right. So one of the reasons that I use the END, one day I was speaking, I was doing a leadership. Okay, good. You're down because I ain't that strong. I can't hold you up that long. Anyway, come on, Layla, get there. There you go. All right. Okay. But anyway, one day I was doing a leadership presentation. And my leadership seminar is called How to Get an F in Leadership. And actually, you know that my F's are all positive: focus, faith, fun, friends, and freedom. So I was on the final F, which was free, talking about how you have to be free to be a leader. How you have to free yourself up. The F was for facts, because you need facts if you're going to be a leader. You can't be just going based on supposition. You need the facts. And then the R was for risk, R-I-S-K. Recognition is success is key. Reminding everyone that to be a good leader and to be free, you have to recognize who you are, know what your purpose is, and be able to perform that. It's on Facebook Live, not radio. So yeah, it's taping on TV. And I'm gonna show you the tape afterwards too, and you're gonna be on there. Okay, and then the E was for excellence, and the other E is for empathy. But what the thing is, so we talk about how you have to be free to be a leader. But the thing is, I'm presenting and I'm clicking away with my clicker and being cool. And I clicked, and then I kept talking, but my back was to the screen, and I thought the screen had advanced, the slide had advanced, but it had not. And so when I turned around, there was a blank screen. And you know, if you've ever seen me present, and if you haven't, then you need to get somebody to book me to come. But if you've seen me present, nothing ruffles me. And I was totally cool because I believe that it's so important to be in the moment. And in fact, what I did was I said something that was not an original thought, but it was what I call an original moment. Because the original thought was, as soon as I saw the blank screen, I said, you know what, in life, every day we start with a blank screen. And then I moved on and worked it right into my presentation. So like I said, it's not an original thought. Someone else has said that every day we start with a blank screen, but it was an original moment because it was the first time I had really used that. But more importantly, I was in the moment about what I was talking about, and it was right there as a great illustration of how we have to start our days every day with a blank screen. And so that's why we can use TGIT, thank God it's today, and TGIT, thank God it's tonight, and then my new one, END for you, an exciting new day. Every day has to be one that brings us excitement. So what I thought I would do for this broadcast is read a poem that I wrote in 1998. 1998, I wrote a poem, and it's in my book, Your Name Came to Mind. The poem is called Turning Points. And actually, the first line is up in the intro of this video, but you'll be able to see the whole poem either at my site, or you can email me and I can send you a copy of it. But you could also get a copy of the book and read it, and they'll have a lot of accompanying poems that support the premise, because that's the thing about poetry, is you want to have that consistency where you're supporting what you're writing about, and you can see your message in different poems, okay? So this poem is called Turning Points. If I wake up today the exact same person I was yesterday, perhaps I never went to sleep. For through the years, as my mind has hungered for knowledge, my curiosity has gotten the best of me, even when I gave it no target. And my ability to understand yesterday fuels the happiness I continuously plan to enjoy. A happiness and joy I accept into my life in as many ways as possible, recognizing its short and long-term intention in retrospect. I hold on to each moment, outwardly bold, courageous, and determined, while inside, afraid, bewildered, and cautious. And my belief system asks that I acknowledge my fortune and reward myself for mastering change as I have. Though I can't remember the first fall or step I've taken, I recall the last. Unable to quote each word I've spoken or heard, I share my wisdom, recount all I've learned. I've refused to give in, turned down offers, missed an opportunity, forgotten and forgiven, loved and lost, won and wondered. And my belief system asks that I acknowledge my spirituality and reward myself for mastering change as I have. Since I reached my first goal this morning, waking up, I've lived each minute and second unlike the last. And as I focus on what I'm good at and what I like about myself, I live for the present, not the past. For I could have surrendered a long time ago. Instead, I chose to stay, to brace myself for the next turning point and to call it yesterday. So as you can see, back in 1998 when I wrote that poem, I hadn't come up with that acronym END, an exciting new day, yet. But the premise and the philosophy and the belief behind it is still there. Turning points. Every day in our life is a turning point. Every day you wake up with a blank screen, you have an opportunity to make decisions. And there's one of the challenges that we have in our lives anyway. We've made a lot of good decisions, ladies and gentlemen, but we tend to focus on the bad ones. We tend to focus on the failures instead of focusing on the victories. Because the part of that truth is, you can't focus on your failures if you don't have victories. Because if your failures were that bad, then they would have taken you out of this world and out of this cycle. And you would have nothing to focus on. So your failure would actually be your victory if you were actually a loser. Think about that one. Maybe we'll make it a topic another time. But if you think about the victories that you have, that allows you to consider something else as a failure because you're comparing it to a win and to something that excites you. So why can't we be excited about every single day in our lives? We've got all the cliches in our lives going for us. We like to say every day on this side of the ground is a good one. I'm glad to be 6 feet on this side of the ground. We say all of those things, and then we follow those up with some kind of complaint of what's going on in our lives and what we're not achieving. You've got to hear what you say. You know, I always believe that words are powerful, and it's important to control your vocabulary rather than allowing your vocabulary to control you. So as you give someone advice about what they can do to overcome a situation and to feed into their resiliency, don't forget to think about using that advice for yourself. Don't forget to think about how resilient you are, how many good decisions you've made, how many storms you've gone through. You know, one of my favorite analogies is a story that I heard from an Air Force chaplain who said the real moral behind the story of the three little pigs was not what type of a house you built, but the fact that the storm was coming. And after that storm came, another storm came. And after that storm came, another storm came. But every single time, you've overcome the storms. Have you stopped and patted yourself on the back and given yourself credit? See, that's really what it's all about. So it's easy enough because the pity party is always at the top of the billboard, ready to drag you down with the failure that you talk about. Because you'll say, I didn't achieve this, I didn't do that. And then someone, here's what the pity party person says to you. Yeah, that's right, you didn't. But you know why? Because you're the wrong sex, you're the wrong color, you're the wrong height, you're the wrong weight, you're the wrong educational background, you grew up in the wrong neighborhood. See, they feed into your failure. And then you say, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they discriminated against me. And see, that's what the pity party does. It encourages you to keep saying, yeah, that's why I failed. It wasn't me, it was them. And life is so unfair. But here's what happens when you are victorious. That's when we need the people to show up who are going to push us out. When we have a victory and we say, yeah, I achieved this. Instead of somebody, most people jumping up and say, man, that's right, you got it going on, keep pushing a little harder. It's, oh yeah, well, you must have kissed somebody's butt. Huh, well, I don't know who you think you are. Yeah, well, you must have had an inside connection. See, people will minimize your victory and highlight your failure. So you got to be sure. I was talking to my sister earlier today, and we were laughing because she walked by and she said, what'd you say? And I said, oh, I was just talking to myself. And she said, yeah, well, as long as you don't answer yourself. And I said, no, no, no. In fact, you do want to answer yourself. I said, that's the key. If you talk to yourself, you should answer yourself. A lot of people say, well, if you talk to yourself, don't answer yourself because then you're crazy. I say if you don't answer yourself, then you're crazy. Because think about it. There are three sides to every story: mine, yours, and the truth. You know all three sides when you're talking to yourself. So who better to answer you? Again, as long as you're going to use cliches in your life, think about what you're saying. But go on and talk to yourself, ladies and gentlemen. But here's the key. It's what you say to yourself. It's not the fact that you talk to yourself. It's what you say to yourself that makes a difference. Because if you're going to talk to yourself and keep talking about what you lack and how stupid you are and how you don't have this, yeah, you need to stop talking to yourself. Because all you're doing is erasing the power that God has given you. And we're talking about glue. God's love undoes everything. But you're erasing that. You're eroding the glue. How about talking to yourself about, I look good today. I accomplished my goal. Like I say, my goal every day, number one goal is to wake up, because it doesn't matter what's on your to-do list if you don't wake up. And that's why I say to people, the bravest thing you can do every day is lay your head down and go to sleep. And that's if you go to sleep at night. But even if you decide, I'm going to take a power nap, whenever you close your eyes, you have already said, I have the faith and the belief, I'm brave enough to think I'm going to wake up and get a chance to do it again. And whatever it is, whether it's an exciting new day or just an exciting new moment, you've got that opportunity, and your track record says that every time you've had that opportunity, you seized the moment and you made it through. So, you know, one of my favorite sayings is trust your track record, laugh at your lack record. For those who don't know what a lack record is, a lack record is a list of things where before you had a challenge for something, you said, well, I don't have this, so therefore I can't do that. I don't know about how to get to this, so therefore I can't go there. So you're saying you lack what it took for you to be victorious. And that's what? You ended up being victorious even without those things that you thought you needed, right? So now those things go on your track record. And you can laugh at them. Say, I thought I needed that to get where I am, but I didn't. Why? Because I'm who I am. It's not where I am, it's who I am. And if you've got control over the who, the where means nothing. In fact, what you can do is take that where and spell it W-E-A-R and wear your medal on your chest. Wear your victory. Continue to know who you are, because when you have that positivity going in your life and in your mind, because you're talking to yourself and you're not crazy, the pity party can't get in. The pity party knocks at the door and they can't get in. You have to let people in and have them keep you down, because they will try to tear you down. But you have the power to not allow them to keep you down. Remember, negativity has no commitment to negativity. Somebody will drop negative news on you and just keep moving. I saw your man with so-and-so, I saw your woman over there, and they keep on moving. Negativity has no commitment. I know I say a lot of things in a little bit of time, but you got to go back and listen to it, because it's all connecting to what we're talking about here today. It's an exciting new day. Positivity has a commitment. When you're positive, you stay focused on, let me do the next step, and let me do the next step, and let me do the next step. Oh, I can't do that step. Let me do this step. Because all of us are so much better at changing directions than we give ourselves credit for. Go back and listen to that poem, Turning Points. And the end of the poem, what it says is, since I've reached my first goal this morning, waking up, I've lived each minute and second unlike the last. See, everything you did, it's not like you did it a second ago. And as I focus on what I'm good at and what I like about myself, I live for the present, not the past. How often do you focus on your strengths? What do you like about yourself? Every day, just say one thing that you like about yourself and one thing that you're good at. And then the next day, how about going for 2? And then going for 3. As you start to build up saying things, and you don't have to come up with something new, but write it down, and then every day you can read, I'm good at this, I'm good at speaking, I'm good at listening, I'm good at sharing, I like my ability to smile, I like my smile, I like my clothes, I like my style. Constantly listing things that you like about yourself and that you're good at builds your self-esteem. And all of us have a self-esteem issue, by the way. And you say, well, I don't have a self-esteem issue. Yes, you do. You have what's called the Michael Jordan self-esteem issue. It might not be a self-esteem problem, but it's an issue. Now, here's Michael Jordan's self-esteem issue. Michael Jordan's self-esteem issue was when his father died. You see, when Michael Jordan used to play ball, he'd come out, check with dad, play ball. When his father died, he came out, couldn't check with dad, still had to play ball. In other words, people don't care what you lose. They still expect you to deliver. People don't care what you lose. They still expect you to deliver. And that's a self-esteem issue, because now you've got to come up with something to fill an empty spot that had been part of your energy and your drive to make you the success that people are used to seeing. And so when you use it, no, they don't understand. I don't care what you're going through, Michael Jordan. You still better be as bad as you are, because I paid for my tickets long in advance. In fact, I got season tickets. So I'm not here for you to mourn and cry about your father being gone. That's happening to us every day. People do not care about what you lose. They still expect you to deliver. And when I'm talking to my soldiers, I make sure, and my soldiers and my service people, because I talk to Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Navy as well. When I'm talking to them, I'm reminding them that society doesn't care that they are deploying and separated physically from their family. They still expect them to be normal contributing members of society. And they don't understand what the family member is going through. And we want to always make sure that when we talk about praying for our service people, please pray for the families a little extra. Because service members are serving with like-minded individuals. They got the uniform on, and they've got a clear mission that or at least it's clear in writing. It changes, but they've got a mission. This is what we need to do. Here's how much time we have to have it. Here's some of the obstacles we're going to face. A family member has no idea, once that service member is gone, what types of things are going to happen in their household, in their neighborhood, in their district. See, so they don't have the support that their loved one has while he or she is deployed. And that's where the neighbors come in. And it's tough. It's tough. I almost made my subject today health. And that is because we've got to find ways to help our service families get through a deployment. But sometimes they've got to learn to help themselves, and their challenge is asking for help, because they always feel like it. They may feel like it's, when we hear help, we think handout. We think we're begging. When in fact, what we're doing, my service member families, is we are recognizing that all of us are on the team, and we've got resources in place who specialize in doing different things. So when this breaks, or I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm not asking for help by begging. I'm saying, okay, you're up now. This is your category, so I need you to jump in and take care in this spot. It's, I'll give you a longer version if you need that, but just think about that and know that that's really what we do when we're asking for help. We're not begging. It's a powerful position that you come from when you ask for help, because you're asking someone. Think about this. You're complimenting the person who you're asking, because you wouldn't ask somebody if you thought they couldn't deliver. So if someone asks you for help, don't look down and think, oh my God, here they are begging. Say, wow, they think that I can perform at that level. It's a compliment. It's always about how you look at it. And that's one of the messages I want to make sure you get as we come to the close on this session, is recognizing that if you don't like the way things are, change the way you look at them. And that's why if you think about an exciting new day, don't wake up, oh, it's Monday. Oh, no, every day is an exciting new day. And if you don't like what's going on in politics, make sure you vote. Not just in the major elections, because that's not where it all counts. It's all the minor elections that we have to vote for, so that the people who are in place to impact the bigger picture. If you don't like the way things are going in your school district, get involved with the local school council. Don't sit back and talk about what the teachers aren't doing and what the administration is not doing for your child. You need to get involved. And I can go on and on. I'm not trying to bury anybody. I'm trying to wisen us. I'm trying to make us recognize that if we get involved, the power only has a domino effect, and we all get to make it, and it's going to be no problem, all right? So as we close it out, here's some things that you can do. If you don't like the way things are, change the way you look at them. And so when you think about your exciting day, what's exciting for you today? I showed you two of my exciting components today. Both of my great nieces are here, and the third one was in the room. She didn't get to come out, Chalet. But so you met Damani, you've met Layla. You met Damani, you met Layla, and Chalet. So those are part of the excitement of my new day. What's exciting your day? Let me give you some formulas that you can use. Think about it. How's the weather? See, how's the weather, and what are your options based on the weather? A lot of times you say, oh yeah, and especially if this were in the winter, and I would like to use snow right away. If it's a snowy day, well, guess what? You snowed in, and the weather has impacted your day. You got some home projects you can do. You got movies you can get caught up on. You got a fireplace. Let's say that the weather is hot. It's so much heat. You got some home projects you can do. You got some movies you can catch up on. But you may have a pool. You may be able to barbecue. And what about if it's a rainy day? You got some home projects you can do. You got some movies you can catch up. Your car can get a little bit of pre-washing without you having to pay for it, depending on how hard the rain is. See, if you don't like the way things are, just change the way you look at them. So regardless of what your weather is, you've got options to making this another exciting new day. Just decide that you're going to have that positivity. So thanks for watching this broadcast. Recognize that every day on this side of the ground is a great one. God isn't sometimes good. God is always good, all the time. We like to say it, but then we finish saying it, and then we go and complain. When in fact, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Not several weapons, or there are a few weapons that are going to give you a hard time. No weapon formed against you will prosper. You make sure that you keep having an exciting new day, an exciting new moment, even when it's not an original thought, it's an original moment. So go back and listen to the tape. I hope I did it in just 20 minutes, so it won't take up a lot of your time. And that's important to me too, because we want to get the message, not just to get excited in that moment, but to have a lasting impact on our day, where it can help us get through and help us help somebody else get through. Thank you for tuning in to Glue Wednesday. Remember, if there's ever a topic you want me to discuss, you can either put it in this thread, excuse me, inbox me, send me a text, email me, any way that you want to do it. Certainly, you can go to my website, sportyking.com, where you'll find my newsletter, my fun letter, The Golden Brick Road is loaded up every month, and I'll send that out. I send an announcement out on email. I'm always happy to find ways to keep in touch with you. And I mentioned, if you're not on my Facebook page that has me with the black t-shirt, this is where I do the live broadcast, because Facebook had cut off my other page and miraculously brought it back after I started a new one. So that's why if you're on the page where I've got the blue t-shirt on, this broadcast is being shared over there after it. But you want to get on live, either friend me on the page with the black t-shirt, or just come on live when you know that I'm on there, all right? So I'll see you next Wednesday. God bless you. God loves you. And this is what we do. Ciao. Oh, you know what? Let me go through and say you're welcome. Thank you, Jackie. Let me see if I can make this thing go up. And Dee Dee, so good to see from you. Keep Montana well. Jackie, yeah, we can always change it. We can change it. It has to be for you. Exactly. Change is a choice. And sometimes we have to make sure that we're making the best choice for ourselves. And the choice is in the moment. I was talking to my financial advisor yesterday, and I told him, I said, I'm always right. I didn't tell him I was never wrong. I said, I'm always right, because I'm always doing something with the right intentions. So if your spirit has the right intentions, you're doing the right thing. Hey, Michelle, glad we got connected in time. What's up, Vic? All right, amen to you too. Dee Dee, okay. Michael Brown, what's going? Hey, what's up, Mike Brown? All right here in the NC. Tommy Williams, good to see you, man. Keep Chicago alive. That's my stepping mentor. Change is within yourself. Yes, it is, Jackie. Excited I'm going to be on your live today. Yeah, Dee Dee, I was excited to have you. Say hello to the family for me. And change, another thing about change, a lot of times we say we're not good at change, but we're masters at change. Because I'll ask you this, do you think you're good at change? You might say no. Do you like a challenge? You probably say yes. Well, change is just challenge with an LLE in the middle. CHALLENGE. So we're all good at challenges. And the LLE is life's learning experiences. What can you learn in the moment from the experience that's going to make a change in your life and make it better for you and someone else? Victor True, without them, we have no freedom. And I don't remember what part I was talking about, but I know it's important to recognize that freedom is important. Free, where did you say, free your mind and your ass will follow? That was Funkadelic. All right, so right, so you gotta make sure that you have a free mind about the, hey, Sandra, long time. Boo, what was that, back in Oklahoma? All right, Latrice, good to see you. Kenneth, okay, our Spurs. You see Timmy Duncan's assistant coaching with us now. All right, well, who we got here? Victor Von Doom. You crazy, Vic. Kwame, what's happening, Kwame? Hey, what's up, Goya? You know where I am. I see you in a couple of days. All right. Okay, going through. TJ, thank you. Hey, TJ, I'm still working on figuring out how to do a webinar. I'll let you know. Nina, what's up, my sister? I've been thinking about Philip. I've been going left. Tell him I said love and hello. All is well. All right, Lynn, I was just talking about Paris yesterday and talking about you and how you saved us with your ability to speak French. Thank you very much. Ed Hearns, one of the world champions of public speaking. I forgot your year, but guess what? You haven't forgotten it. And thank you for always staying in touch. All right, who we got here? Paula Robinson. Hey, what's up, Paula? Is that Paula from the hairstyle? Paula Robinson? That's Steve. Oh, okay. Well, Paula Robinson, I'm checking out. Hey, what's up? Steve, what's up, Lipinski? Going back to Cranwell days, my high school mate. And Paula, I'm going to think of you as soon as I hang up this thing, because, you know, I got CRS, can't remember stuff. And my father died of Alzheimer's, I got the gene. And so I'm already all right with that, you know. What's up, Yoko Nomo? All right. Hey, Jamar, glad to see you back. Okay, tell Linda I said, hey, what's going on, and everything is fine. Ferg. What's up, Ferg? Kevin Ferg, got to see you. Sherry Jefferson, hey, how you doing? Glad to see you. Warren the Saint, oh my God, now Warren, I don't really even know you. I appreciate you being on. That's a blessing to have someone that I'm not totally familiar with. And so, but please, everybody continue to share the message. And that's as far up as this thing will let me go. So once again, thanks for joining Glue Wednesday. I'll see you next week on Glue Live with Sporty King. Ciao.